Hey friends, Janky here, coming at you with a very special video. As you may recall, I mentioned last Hanging with Janky that I would be away for the weekend, ziplining in the Hocking Hills of Ohio. Well, I got a super cool opportunity. I got to rent a GoPro camera, which was mounted on my ziplining helmet, and I got awesome footage of me ziplining in the Hocking Hills. So, I threw together a little video for you. It's super cool. It's super awesome and fun and awesome, and here we go. Now, admittedly, I do feel a little bad that this is not actually gaming related whatsoever, because I do try to at least make my stuff on this channel a little gaming related. So, in addition to this beautiful ziplining footage through the forests of the Hocking Hills, I'm doing a little commentary, specifically about how wildly impractical it is that video game characters do this whole ziplining thing bare-handed. Let me explain to you why that's insane. So, here's the thing, okay? Whenever you're ziplining, you'll see that we have like trolleys and gloves on. And those are basic safety precautions whenever you're ziplining. Like, specific example, if you've ever played Tomb Raider Legends, you'll know that there's this part right at the end, right before you face off against the final boss, where you go back to the first level, and then you have to zip to this stone dais in the middle of this giant room, because the bridge was destroyed by a helicopter in the first level. Actually, come to think of it, that doesn't make sense anyway, because there shouldn't be a zipline there anyway, because the bad guys flew in by helicopter. Why would they have strung up that zipline? Unless it was because they were waiting for Laura, which I guess they were, but still, like, why not just put in a nice bridge? Why put up a zipline? Whatever. Anyway, the point is, she slides down the zipline barehanded. That doesn't make any sense. First of all, just holding onto that trolley, wearing those gloves, you would not believe how hot that trolley gets under your hand. Like, there's this one, I think it's coming up here, it's the longest one on the course. Halfway across, my hands were like burning on the trolley. I actually had to take one off just to like let it cool off for a minute before putting it back on. Yeah, it's this one right here, this long one. And the thing is, like, if you're doing it barehanded, that's your hands rubbing up against the trolley, even though she was wearing gloves. That's the other thing. Like, those gloves that we're wearing are like engineer's gloves, and they were super torn up because how you brake is you actually put your hand on the line. But those gloves got super torn up from people constantly putting their hands on that line. Lara Croft wears like fashionable leather, not even really adventure gloves. They're kind of like crappy gloves. Well, fancy gloves, you know what I mean. The point is, those would not stand up to the blinding. The other thing is that there's no way that her gloves were slick enough to actually allow her to zipline. Okay? Even if that rope was super tensioned, and even if gravity did its job and pulled her down, there is no way that her gloves would have had like such a frictionless surface that she would be able to slide down that easily. Not to mention, after she defeats the final boss, she climbs back up the rope. That would not be possible if her gloves were frictionless enough to allow her to slide down it. Because even if she was using her legs, her hands would just slide off the cable. There are a lot of janky things going on with that zipline logic. I'm just saying. Anyway, whatever. I guess it's just one of the many things that happen in video games that's kind of like, that seems sketch if you put it up to actual speculation. Yeah, it definitely seems sketch. But I mean, the forest was beautiful. It was spectacular. Super awesome. Oh, and we're about to come up to this really cool part. Okay, so you go right into this place called Young Man's Cave. You fly right over this little pond. Ah, it's so cool. It's so beautiful there. Ah, just amazing. "10-point landing. Perfect, me. Way to go." Anyway, so as I was saying, I mean, there are lots of things that happen in video games. It's like, well, whatever. Actually, that reminds me. I need someone to parody for Demo Day, and this gives me the perfect opportunity. Talking about all this, how playing video games doesn't really match with science. I know. I know who I'll parody next week. And he's even a fellow Ohioan, which is super cool. Go Ohio. It doesn't suck. Except, you know, in the winter. Sometimes in the summer. In the spring. Let's just sit back and enjoy the rest of this footage. Oh, one more thing. I gotta mention this. This is super cool. So that tower we just passed by, that thing is called the Superfly. We did that too. I didn't get to film that one though. It was expensive to film that one. But, it's the longest zipline they have there, and you can lay down on it because the braking is automatic at the end. So you can actually lay down, right? And fly like a superhero through the forest. It was hella awesome. Just the coolest thing I have ever done. Oh, I wish I could have videotaped it, but it would have been another like 25 bucks, and I'm poor YouTuber, college student person. Oh, this was super cool too. We flew right out over the river. Ah, that was awesome. Ah, so much fun. So cool. If you ever get the chance to go ziplining, comes highly recommended. Totally should. Do it. Do it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. If you did, you can totally leave a like below. And I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So, until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. I'm going to have to cut so much of this out. Oh my god, we'll get there. Oh, that's gonna be a whole rant unto itself. Oh look, a room full of explosives.
But that got silly real fast.
Fiddlesticks is the worst.
What? Indeed. That's my reaction to it.
Thanks for stepping on my face. Here's the 3 gold. People here are weird. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.